Hey, my fellow horsemen. This is Super Dad, Super Dad 2 or SD2, depending on how you want to say it and what you want to call it. I had a visitor tonight. None other than Is the Wiz. Came in, saw that I had received some of the figures from the last Kickstarter. And among them, and I picked up 3 of them, I have Calavius. Calavius comes with an alternate head, as you can see, a pitchfork, and he's even got a spear thingamabob there.
Hey, Super Dad. This is the Wiz, and Mickey is here as well. Hey, Mickey. Say hi. This is Calavius. Let me go ahead and go through his bio here. Calavius. Once the most decorated Mercurian gladiator in history, Calavius was promised his freedom from competition after his 100th straight victory. That victory came and went, but the promise was not honored. With hope lost, a fury was born in Calavius that led him to revolt. The revolt dawned, as fate would have it, when Calavius met Attlus, a recently captured gladiator. Together they led the rebellion that destroyed Mercurios' gladiatorial games and the ancient colosseum that housed them. When the allies met again years later, it was no surprise that Calavius quickly joined his old friend Attlus the Conqueror in a fight with greater stakes than either of them could have imagined. What do you think? Cool bio? That's quite a revolt when it not only destroys the people who are holding them captive, but also the entire gladiatorial games and the ancient Colosseum. Right?
Right.
So he's got, since he's going to be destroying the whole Colosseum and everything, he's got a trident, and he's got a pike.
He's going to be destroying the whole Colosseum. He's got a pitchfork.
And he's got, he's got a sword, right? Is this a sword? And so he comes with this shield that we've seen before, I think with Pixis and some of the other Mercurian warriors. So this is probably the Mercurian shield. And he has something unique that I don't think I've seen or maybe with only one other figure. It's this red weapons belt. And it's not totally red, right? It's like burnt sienna.
Burnt sienna, burnt orange, burnt on crispy.
So it's like a nice leathery red that matches with the hilt of his sword. But that's kind of cool because we have so many of these belts with so many of the figures, and it's nice to get some different colors thrown in, like a black and a red and stuff. So sword, pike, and trident. And do you remember if he came with any other accessories or any other weapons, Brian?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
They are all interchangeable, so you can take the pike head off of the shaft.
Right.
And you can swap it out with the trident.
Right.
But it slides on with no problem.
And I don't think I've seen any other figure with a trident before, especially not this particular specific trident. It seems like he should have a net, right? And a trident, but we don't have any nets. At least for most of the gladiator movies I've seen, the guy with the trident also comes with a net, right?
That's true.
So, but he looks cool nonetheless. Which head do you like better? I think the Calavius, the signature Calavius head, is the cooler one, because we've seen this quite a few times. We've seen that with Vorgus Vermilius and with just a whole ton of other figures. But and it came with these long horns, right? I don't think I've seen that particular combination. Did it come with one pauldron, or did it come with 2 matching pauldrons on the right and the left?
It comes with one.
Just
Had
one.
there been 2, I would have put both.
You would have put both pauldrons on? Okay. Because it does have that asymmetrical look, because it's got the armored, the gauntlet on one arm, and the other arm is bare. Right? So
Yeah, that's true. I think if it had come with two, and I opened all the figures at one time, which is why it's hard for me to remember what goes with what. But it wouldn't make sense for him to have a pauldron with nothing to connect it to but a bare arm. It would just be sitting there. So I believe it just comes with the one.
Okay. Yeah. So the other thing I guess you can do is you can use the belt in case you have the floating pauldron, so it gives it something to connect to as well. What do you think of the paint on this guy? I think a little more shading on him, like to accentuate the musculature than on most of the other figures.
You mean like a wash, is he?
No, I mean like somebody went in there with a what do you call it?
Painty thing.
A painty thing? No. With the
Airbrush?
spray, yeah, with the airbrush,
Right.
and painted like along the musculature, and that's what I think. I don't think it's that. I don't think that's a wash. You think that's a wash?
If this is the end of the video, it is. It'd be a total wash.
I would say I think that's more of an airbrush, airbrush delicately done than a wash.
So you think the line?
Because there's
should be-
gradation. No, I just think that it's different and it's unique,
It is.
and that's part of what makes it cool. I don't know what his visibility is in this giant helmet.
He's got a lot of eyes, one for every hole.
We don't know what his head looks like either.
Right. But it seems that you could, if you wanted a head on him, you could just have an interchangeable head with ortho.
If you swap Otho with this guy, I don't think the skin color is going to match. You don't have an Otho, so I can't test that. What, this one? It's just a different skin tone, I think, than Otho, but maybe I'm wrong about that. But I really like the copper paint on this. It's sort of reminiscent of kind of a conquistador helmet, and then it's got some sort of Roman legionnaire elements here
Oh, yeah.
with the feather on the top, and then that skull is a nice touch. Yeah, so it's a good looking figure. I would say it's one of the better looking figures, and probably one of the more popular ones. What do you think, Mickey?
I think he's cool. Something like that.
Well, Super Dad apparently thought it was cool enough to buy 3 of them. So
SD2.
Well,
SD.
it is pretty close to the classic Gladiator helmet.
Oh, look at that! Is this like a historically accurate Gladiator helmet?
It looks pretty close.
Holy smokes!
Oh, you mean what you're holding?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you?
That's one of the heads and helmets that comes from the now defunct museum store.
Okay. No, actually, it does look. I'm sure that this is probably the exact helmet that Eric Treadaway or whoever it is designed the armor was looking at, because this has a crest on it and like a lion, but very, very similar, very elaborate and very heavy. Cool. All right. Any other questions or comments from the peanut gallery?
Just to say that this assortment by the Four Horsemen,
Yeah.
I think it's the best yet.
You mean the Advent of Decay Kickstarter? Is that what we're talking about, or this particular figure?
No, the entire Advent of Decay. Some of the sculpt work on these things are amazing, and they just keep getting better and better.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I think the quality from the factory is totally top notch. And I like all the variety that they've been able to give us. This is obviously a Mythic Legions 1 buck, so we've seen a lot of these parts before, but the females, the goblins, and the skeletons, the line has really gotten some great variety to it. So keep up the good work, Horseman. All right, it's Is the Wiz signing out.
SD2 saying so long.
Miggy.
Bye.
All right.